Hello guys, today I'm going to be showing you some things you can do with this character. Now of course I'm not no guide expert, but I have found something that works on certain characters I believe, if not maybe some or all characters, is by the following of these moves. Now for floaty characters it may not be much. I mean, you might even come close to maybe even KOing your opponent. However, of course, DI exists, and well, sometimes you might even miss it. Um, if not, then you can probably execute it again and just do an up B. Um, Now, of course, the political shit is going on in the background. Therefore, I need to be careful. So this 59% combo or the 60 plus combo is, well, sort of important to know because well, you can follow it up with an up B. For some people, it's like you can't even follow anything with an up B. You just have to be like, you just have to be very well put of how to use your up B. However, you can use any sort of move or any sort of throw to even follow it up with an up B. And here's just more evidence of that. So let's say this opponent or this character is at 40%. And of course, if the opponent doesn't BI, then you can sort of maybe close to maybe even 70%. You can make, or even 60%. Whatever percent that's like that seems to be lower, you just need to have to not hit them with a weak hit. Because if you hit them with a weak hit, or if you somehow miss it, then well, it's not gonna work up for you. However, the reason I figured this out was like during practice mode when I was like, of course, playing with my friends. Well, not really playing with my friends, but playing online. I was trying to do some sick ass combos with Waluigi, and I just thought, hey, why not if I just use an up B? So when I used the up B, I was like, oh wait, dude, this can actually be followed up with an up B. So I don't know if this video will actually help Waluigi players, but someday it will. Because I mean, it's not. This video is not really for all, like for all players to be exact, or exactly not all percentages either. Um, because there's some percentages where the opponent can be hit stun, and the move may not actually work at times, even if you do it up throw. But at certain percents, it might just work with an up throw. And it's actually pretty surprising as well, because people don't really think about this as much. At least that's what some people might think. However, certain percents you can actually do the up B. And of course, maybe having to kill him with a such good percentage. So now you might be thinking, okay, 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 Mr. Smart Guy, if you really think that this combo seems to work, like this combo right here and this, well, as you see there, it doesn't always work at times. You have to be real ethical, or you need to really be ethical of how you really use this sometimes. So you can't just really go out of nowhere just like speaking dingy around with your little claps and the beps. Because after up air, the person is not really going to be hit stunned. They will still have room to breathe. In other words, they will still be able to attack. However, though, you can just follow up with some other throw that's not as low as, well, the tenths of percents. Anything that is at least a tenth of percents, then then this combo might work. However, I'm not just like a complete expert at this. Let's see. Let's experiment this for a bit. Let's see 20%. Let's think about this. Yeah, and Waluigi slides like Luigi as well, although less worse. Okay, yeah, so it might work reliably well on 20%. Now, some players are just like, okay, yeah, time to use Waluigi. Well, be careful. You have to be very ethical when you're using this. Because sometimes you might mess up and you might get carried away. You're like, oh my gosh, I can just throw out a combo. Okay. Well, at a certain point, you don't really need to do the whole ding-a-ling combo that I just did. See, I mean, even at 50%, if it's lower than 10%, then it may not work as reliably. But for like 10%, let's just see, the 10%, let's see. Now, there is room to get out of that, and I think I'll prove that. See, like there was room to get out of that, and I think the opponent might actually have dodged that as well. So yeah, idle. Yeah, so the person was able to shield that time, but of course the rest of the hits didn't really get it as much. So during the spinning animation of the up air, you need to be aware that there is like a weak hitbox that might hit it. So the reason that you might not hit this a lot or the up B a lot is because of the little weak hitbox that it has. That might hinder you having to do the critical hit. Yeah, so let me just do that again. So for Marth, if you want to try to go against smart players, of course, you might have to. See, I mean, you may need to realign for a bit, but at 10%, it's not really as reliable. But at 20%, it becomes somewhat reliable if you can do it well. And if you want to do the up B again as soon as possible, you can do that too. Just don't do double jump. All you have to do is just do a soft jump and then just get up from there. Yeah, that's all. That's all you have to do from there. So at 20%, you can sort of do this. And of course, don't do the down B. Don't do that too. But you already know what's going on. So for Chibi Robo, let's test out Chibi Robo for a bit. Let's see. Let me just see. I mean, I got that critical hit there. Sometimes you can get the critical up air spike, and you know, if you even get that, that's just wonderful. Because then people just get hit stunned for so long that you can even pull it off like that in a 20%. Now, of course, there's a plant, and it can probably like go random directions. If it does, then well, good. Another thing to note as well is that you can use the plant to sort of grab, and then just grab up, and then just don't let it do that though, because that might hinder. But if you want to let it hinder if you let it the plant do what it wants to do, you can go wherever direction it decides to go. So if you just kind of hold it right there, and you just do that, and then you can just grab again, and then you can just do that. pretty awesome to know, actually. It, it, it may not seem like it didn't take much time to notice this, and well, you might be right, but it takes a lot of practice, especially for online, because people like to DI a lot, especially for players that like to survive. So you're not really gonna expect to do this as much, but once you get it nailed down in the coffin, ooh man, is it effective? Is it just effective? So if you want to practice this, that's fine with me. I mean, it's not like you really need to get it down to science. This is just a little short video after all, so like, so any throw or anything that goes upwards, you can see do up B. So any move that seems to go upwards, so don't do that. You can do that to create more damage and to spike your opponent downwards for a hit stun. And then you can just do that. And there you go. That's all I have to give off to you guys. Alright. See ya.